Hello, Whoville. The problem with forgetting is that you forget what you forgot. And I've been thinking all day that I should certainly have an assistant. Who would like to be my assistant? Who would like to be my assistant? Any hands? Any assistants? You know what I forgot? I have an assistant. Let me go get my assistant. Hello, assistant. Would you like to sit? Would you like to sit? Would you please like to sit? Come. Now, to be a proper assistant in the story, stay. Why don't you sit over here? Sit it. Sit it. Sit it. Isn't he a sweet boy? He's such a good boy. Down. Tonight, shall we talk about my story? Now, did everyone hear my story? Now, what did you hear in my story? I'm a Grinch. I'm a little-hearted Grinch, or I was until today, a very little-hearted Grinch. Now, anything else you heard in the story? What? I get that way too. So what else did you hear in the story? Were the people in Whoville happy? Did they love to celebrate Christmas? And the more that they loved to celebrate Christmas, how did I feel about that? I didn't like it. Did I like it even one little bit? Not even one little bit. And the happier they got, the more I turned green. True? True. And yet, why am I green? Because I'm the Grinch. Because I'm the Grinch. And you couldn't have a pink Grinch. Right? I'm a green Grinch. Right? So here's the story. I get a little bent out of shape every Christmas with all the happy festivities. You just wanted to be a little closer? Okay, sit. Sit. Good boy. I'm going to stay right here for a while, but good boy. So every Christmas, we're going to walk. Every Christmas, the happier it got in Whoville, the more upset I became. Then one day, I decided I would take every present, every crumb, every tree, every decoration, and I would take it for my own. Did I want it? No, not really. What I wanted was for them not to have it. Because I knew that if I took their Christmas, they would be as sad as I felt on the inside. But you know what happened next? I took every present. I took every decoration. I took every tree. I took every bite of food. And I took it all the way up. And then the most amazing thing happened. Not one Whoville was sad because they knew the true meaning of Christmas. See, every person has a Grinch. Do you know your Grinch? Now, at every holiday, the Grinch always comes out. Right? And the Grinch is in us. And many times during the holidays, when the Grinch comes out, we think that we're supposed to do all kinds of things that we shouldn't be feeling this way. But the truth is, every soul comes with your own green Grinch. And the way that we handle our green Grinch is to love it as much as anything else. And that every time we notice our Grinch, it's a sign that our heart has shrunk a little too small. That holidays and Grinches seem to go side by side. And many times, we try to get rid of our Grinch. But the real message, the true message, is that every time you notice your Grinch, I want you to notice your heart. And I want you to see that whatever the moment, whatever the situation, whatever's happening, the louder your Grinch becomes and the more it wants to steal people's festivities and fun, it's because your heart has become a wee bit too small. And every time we notice our Grinch, we have to open our hearts 2 or 3 times bigger and feel the good that is right there. This Christmas, I promise there's going to be a moment when you want to say, bah humbug. And it might be in the parking lot of a mall, right? It might be the 4th time you've heard your least favorite Christmas song. It might be when somebody gives you a present that you felt like maybe you should have had one for them as well. Or maybe it's a moment where it all just becomes a little bit much. Where you're tired of the activities or lack of activities, the calls or the lack of calls, the busyness or the lack of busyness. And right there, that's your moment to open your heart and let your Grinch feel loved. See, we keep trying to love the Grinch in everybody else, right? The Grinch in our spouse, or the Grinch in our neighbor, or the Grinch in the person who just cut us off. And we think that if we could just love that Grinch, the world would be a better place. But who's the Grinch that needs the most love this season? The Grinch in you. And over and over and over again, when you notice your Grinch, I invite you to open your heart to the one that needs love the most right there, and see if that Grinch is ready for a brand new day. See, this Christmas, what if every time you noticed the smile had turned upside down, if you loved you in all the ways that you want the world to do it? And if today, this Christmas, is a special I love Grinch holiday. Will you say that with me? I love Grinch. One more time, a little louder. I love Grinch. Can you turn to your neighbor and say, sometimes I get a little Grinchy. Together? All right, to find another neighbor, say, I get a little Grinchy. And let's say it together. I love Grinch. Let's pray. And I want you to open your mind, your heart to that inner green Grinch within your soul. And yours may not be dressed up in fancy clothes. Yours may just be green and feeling very alone. And the thing that your Grinch needs the very most of all is your time and your attention in the place where love is the most important, within your very soul. That tonight, open your heart. Open your heart to the place where you feel the most afraid, where you feel the most disappointed, where you feel the most excluded. And let the Grinch in you feel the love, the peace, the joy, the good that you've always wanted. This holiday is about healing. It's about love. It's about allowing the birth of the divine in us all. And many times we think that that happens in the perfect part of us or in the best part of us. But the true meaning of Christmas is that Christmas happens in the place where we feel the most alone, the most unloved, the most ill-prepared for a spiritual experience. That's where love wants to be born tonight. In your deeper places, in your hidden places, in your sad places, and maybe even in your angry places. That's where love wants to be born tonight. that your soul truly is the holy place where all that God is wants to be born. All that God is being born in you this night. In the name and through the power of the living Christ, we give thanks. And so it is. Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom has come. Thy will is done in earth as it is in heaven. You give us this day our daily bread. You forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. You lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.
Here we go. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. God bless you all. Merry Christmas.